It's time for the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Now here's your host, Pat Disabato.
Hello, welcome to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'm your host, Pat Disabato from the Southtown Star newspaper, and we are out at homeowoo-flossmoor High School, 185th and Kedzie Avenue in lovely Flossmoor. HF Vikings 3-0 right now. We're going to have football coach Craig Bazia, the Buzzman, as our guest. All he's done in 3 years, besides resurrecting his program, 21-7. 3-0 this year, advanced to the quarterfinals in Class 8A last year, and the semifinals in his first year as Vikings coach. So, outstanding job by the Buzzman. We're talking about everything, all things homeowoo-flossmoor Vikings today. They face Lincoln East on Friday, so that's going to be a big game. Battle of Unbeaten's, a battle of two top 10 teams from the Coach's Corner poll. Also, folks, before we go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout, I have to mention you want to hook me up on Twitter, at Disabato. Give you all kinds of scoops, get you updated on scores and all kinds of good stuff. So at Disabato, and we'll hook you up with some tidbits on the Southland. All right, folks, we go to a Beggar's Pizza timeout. Remember, Tuesdays at Beggar's Pizza, 2-for-1 passes. Mange, okay? We'll see you in a little bit.
For over 30 years, Beggar's Pizza has been delivering you great pizza your whole family will love. But don't forget, it's not only our award-winning thin, stuffed, and deep dish pizza. We have great pasta, salads, desserts, sandwiches, and more. Our meals are prepared with the finest ingredients available, making sure you go home happy every time. Whether it's your team's victory bash, a birthday party, or just a nice night out of the kitchen, enjoy a great Beggar's Pizza at home or dine in at one of our many Chicagoland locations.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we're at homeowoo-flossmoor High School, about 185th and Kedzie Avenue in lovely Flossmoor. Our guest, the Buzzman, Craig Bazia, football coach, third season at the helm, Buzz. Thanks for coming back again, my man.
Thanks for having us.
3 for 3, man. 3 years here and 3 times you're on this show.
We appreciate it.
Only the best. Only the best,
Absolutely.
Buzz. You know, you gotta be in the elite level to be asked to come on the Coach's Corner Show, okay?
A little extra money in the envelope doesn't hurt either, does it?
Never hurts to pay in the pocket.
That's right.
All right, Buzz. 3-0. Start the season. Come off a come-from-behind victory Friday against Lincoln Way Central. You guys rallied from a 17-7 deficit. Patrick Sheehan hauls in a bomb from Ronnie Johnson with about a minute and some change left. You guys win 21-17. How would you evaluate the season up to this point?
Well, at this point, if you're just going by wins and losses, I think you're pretty happy. And when we looked at the schedule early on, we knew we had upgraded. Obviously, we picked up Marian Catholic in place of Sen, and then pick up Stevenson for Deerfield last year. And Stevenson is a team that's just loaded with talent, and then come back with Lincoln Way Central. So we have a long way to go. We are definitely a work in progress. There's no question about it. This is probably the most inexperienced team I've had in my 20 years of coaching, and not to use that as an excuse, it's just a reality. And our kids have to grow up, and obviously we didn't play very well on Friday, but we made the plays when we had to, and I think our kids were certainly looking. I don't know if they were looking ahead or looking behind, but they certainly weren't looking, or maybe looking towards the homecoming dance or whatever. But they did rally when they did make some plays. But my hat's off to Lincoln Way Central and their coaching staff. They did an outstanding job preparing them. They played hard, and it was a great game to be part of.
And that was leading up to my next question, because you beat Stevenson in week 2. A Stevenson team that was ranked in the top 25 in a lot of the publications, and you guys host them down here. You beat them 35-27, I think it was. So your kids kind of, with 5 returning starters back, a lot of youth on this team. Maybe got a little full of themselves a little bit heading into Lincoln Way Central, and then you got Lincoln East Friday night at East. So what do the kids and the team in general learn from this experience?
Well, I hope they learn not to do that again. But we talked all along about it being a trap game, and we have a senior class that has not been successful all the way up. They've been successful. They've been part of the varsity program, but as freshmen, they only won 3 games.
Yep.
You know, so they're learning how to win and learning how to do this. But you know, it was an outstanding win against Stevenson. I mean, it was one of those games that, you know, you got on the schedule and you just sort of cringe at because you know how talented they are, and we played our butts off, and then you just name 100 different things that can happen. You know, going into Lincoln Way Central, the Labor Day weekend, we had to sit a couple kids out. It was homecoming. We had beat them pretty good the last couple of years, I think by a combined 90-7 or something like that. You know, so as much as we tell our kids, hey, these guys are improved and they're a very physical football team. I don't think
kids.
They're still kids. I don't think they really wanted to listen, and they really came out and really took it to us and hit us on a trick play to start the game off with. And before you know, our offense couldn't get going, and we were reeling, and we're sitting there with, I think, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left, down by 10 with 70 yards to go, and find a way to score twice. And you know, I told our guys, I'm proud of you for coming back, but
don't put me through this again.
Exactly. So we're moving on and 3-0. So like I said, we're a work in progress, and we'll keep on working at it.
Well, I know going into the summer, you guys had a little bit of a battle at quarterback, 3-4-man battle. You settled on Ronnie Johnson, a kid who was at Sandburg his first couple of years, transferred over here his senior year, and Ronnie's done a nice job. What made you believe that Ronnie was the right guy for this offense?
Well, I like his passion for the game. I mean, he's a football guy. He loves it. He understands it. And when he came in, he was sort of that dual threat that I was looking for, that we run our offense in. He's got great feet. You know, he can make every throw. I think what really set him apart was how our other players really gravitated to him. And to me, that's a position in which you have to have that. And for a kid to come in from another school and for our kids to embrace him, they really showed me that. I think our kids really believed in what he did, and he hasn't let them down because he's played awful well the first 3 weeks.
Yep. Your first 2 years, you guys had an explosive offense, as explosive as any in the area. With only 2 returning starters back, what's the potential of this unit, Buzz? What do you think this offense is capable of producing?
Well, I think we've shown some explosiveness over the year, but we haven't had a lot of consistency, and I think that just stems with our guys up front. I think we got some pretty good players up front, but we haven't shown consistently blocking different fronts, and then obviously we got some moving parts that just aren't jiving every time, and we're making some silly penalties and putting ourselves in some bad situations. Haven't turned the ball over a lot, which is good, but I think this team has a chance to be pretty explosive, but it really has to get back to fundamental physical football and really doing the things that needs to be done to be the type of team that we want to be.
This junior class was highly touted as freshmen. I mean, there's a lot of buzz with this team, pun intended. A lot of buzz with this junior class. How would you measure their development up to this point?
Well, I think a lot of them are playing key roles for us, and we was hoping that would be the case. Like I said, our senior class is one that didn't have a lot of success when they were freshmen and sophomores, but I think with the help of the juniors, you know, they've really helped us, really stepped up, and we got some first-year senior players that I'm real proud of too. That you know, at some point during their career, we never thought maybe they'd play for us, and they worked hard and they got to where they needed to be, and they've done that. But the junior class is definitely one of those classes that we are looking forward to having.
And one of the big guys on offense, Tajay Smith, right? He's been a go-to guy for you in the backfield.
Tajay was a part-timer for us last year, had some pretty big games, and he's done a great job of carrying the ball for us, and we put about 3 or 4 guys back there. We put Bashan Nutt back there along with Jakari Rowe, and those 3 guys really do a nice job, and 2 wide receivers in Aaron Gooch and Pat Sheehan along with Willie Ross are skill guys, and they've done a nice job complimenting Ron as well.
Okay. All right, folks, we're going to go to Lisa Thomas Salon timeout. Jump on LisaThomasSalon.com. Get all the team club membership, a lot of specials to be had at Lisa Thomas Salon. We come back, more with the Buzzman, Homewood-Flossmoor High School football coach Craig Lazia. Stay tuned.
What teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut and style for just $27 and guys get a cut and style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
For over 60 years, Standard Bank has been a part of your neighborhood, supporting sports and other activities, working with communities as they grow and thrive, helping businesses and families to reach their financial goals. In communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, your neighborhood is our neighborhood. We can help you reach your financial goals. To learn about products like Check Free, our super secure service that saves you time and money and makes it easy to pay your bills online, visit standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
If you're in the mood for some of the finest barbecue in the Southland, then Bona Pit Grill and Smokehouse in Palos Heights is the place for you and your family. Whether it's ribs, chicken, brisket, pulled pork, or any other barbecue favorites, Bona Pit serves up a flavor explosion in a championship form. We also offer steaks, seafood, sandwiches, a mouth-watering nachos platter, and salads in a casual atmosphere, with the option of either dining inside or on our heated patio. Watch the big game in our full-service bar or call ahead for pickup. Bona Pit in Palos Heights. All right, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. If you're just joining us, we're at Homewood-Flossmoor High School. Coach Craig Bazia is our guest this week. 3-0 Vikings take on Lincoln Way East Friday in Frankfurt. Battle of unbeatens here. All right, Buzz, what are the goals this season, and what can prevent this team from reaching its goals?
Well, I think our goals are always the same each and every year, and our first and foremost goal is to get in the playoffs. And we value our conference. We think our conference is a great conference, and we'd love to win the championship. But if you give me the choice of two of them, of winning our conference championship or losing in the first or second round and moving on in the playoffs, I'd certainly take moving on in the playoffs. And so we want to win enough games to get in the playoffs, and we think if we can do that, we can make some noise, and so that's our goal. And obviously you can't win the state championship unless you're in there, and that's what we strive to do. So I think the thing that's holding us back is this some of the things that happened to us on Friday. Just not focusing and doing the things that needs to be done, because again, a lot of lack of experience, and I'm not going to say a lack of leadership, but some of these guys just have to learn that to put the last game behind them and move on, and hopefully we can do that.
When you look back at when you were hired 3 years ago, I mean, you're 21-7 in 3 years, Buzz. When you took the job, did you really anticipate this type of success? I mean, Class 8A semifinals your first year. You guys had a good run last year, and now this year you're 3-0.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I didn't. It's hard to gauge exactly what you have. And the year before, obviously, the 2 years prior to me getting here, it certainly wasn't in very good shape. But
wasn't pretty.
That first year was huge to do what we did, and to come back last year and get into the quarters, I think, was even bigger, just from a standpoint of being able to do it 2 years in a row and didn't sneak up on anybody.
Yep.
If I don't have those goals and aspirations, our players won't. So we do shoot for the top, and there's no question that we try to be the best we can be each and every week. And if we're not successful, we're very, very disappointed.
And we were talking at the break. Vikings aren't going anywhere, folks. With his junior class, pretty good sophomore class, and then his freshman class is just outstanding, huh?
Yeah, I really like our freshmen. I like all our classes, but our freshman class is one of those. So far it seems to be very, very special, and we'll see how they do in the next couple of weeks. But they have a little bit of everything what it takes to be successful, and waiting for a couple of years till they get up here and should be something good here in Viking land.
Okay. You visit Lincoln Way East Friday. A little bit different Lincoln Way East team, though. They've relied on the pass a little bit more the past couple of years, but this season with Tommy Fiesel at quarterback and he could fly, they're going in with the run a little bit more. How does it make your job a little bit more difficult? Or is it more difficult, game planning for a team that runs the ball like they do?
It ain't easy, believe me. I have a tremendous respect for those guys, and I think more so than anything is they take their talent and develop their game plans around what they do. And if it was Winkler last year in their wideouts, and the year before, and they've been a running back, and now they got a quarterback that and a couple running backs that are just outstanding. And they can throw the ball, but this is the type of offense that just drives you nuts, because their best playmaker has the ball in their hands every single play.
Yep.
And he is special. And all that being said and done, I think it may be their best Lincoln Way defense that I've seen all year long. I mean, they're a whole different level. They're in the right spots all the time, and so it does make it very, very difficult. But we're gauging this game sort of like we did the Stevenson game. We told our players and our coaching staff after the Stevenson game, we're going to find out what our weaknesses are, and we'll have a chance to to look at them and try to improve on them. And the same thing here. We come out of this game on Friday, we're going to find out exactly what our weaknesses are, because they're certainly going to expose them.
Yeah, and in the following week, we should mention, doesn't get any easier. You got Bolingbrook, so you got 2 back-to-back. You're going to know exactly where you're at in the next 2 weeks, right?
Great scheduling, right?
Great scheduling,
scheduling. But you know what? That's one of the reasons why I took the job, because I wanted to play and coach at the highest level, and we're going to have a chance to do that the next couple of weeks.
Yes, you will. Now you coached for a long time in Indiana, where they allow everybody makes the playoffs, no matter what the record is, regardless of the record. But if you had anything you could change about high school football in Illinois, what would it be?
I think the thing that really I would change in a second would be playing the sophomore games before the varsity.
Thank you.
You know, that to me, to me, when in Indiana on Friday night, it's the show.
Yep.
I mean, it's and it just. It's something I knew coming into it. I don't need to get used to it, because I don't want to get used to it. But it just seems to me like we're just rushing and putting some kids in front of somewhere just to get the game over. And I don't understand the logistics of it. And hopefully at some point it will change. But I would certainly like to go back to 7:30 games where the show is the varsity, and the sophomores can play at some other time, and maybe be able to use some of those sophomores on the varsity. Because right now in our conference you can't use anybody at 2 different levels on the same night. And I think that's really squelching a lot of the talent that you could use on different days. So that would be the one thing that I would change.
And I am in agreement with that. I've been pushing for that now. I'm pushing for that. And there's just some old school thoughts. They just won't change on that stuff. I mean, we're one of the few states that does something as asinine as playing both, 2 games in one night, and games aren't starting until 4 to 8 o'clock at night. You're not getting out until 11. So hopefully one day they're coming to their senses. And one other thing, Buzz, before we let you go here, and there's a JV game going on between Sandburg and HF. We should let people know. In terms of numbers on the varsity, what do you got this year? What are you looking at? Because you've had some unbelievable numbers.
Yeah, I think we had 94 out today at practice. Yeah. So that's why we're playing these games like that. Sandburg was in the same situation. They called a couple weeks ago and wanted to play. We just picked another one up with Glenbard North. So I think it's very, very important to get these kids in that really don't have a chance to play. So hopefully we'll find a couple kids that can help us down the road. So it's very, very beneficial to us.
Outstanding. Okay, Buzzman. Thank you very much, man. Thanks for coming on board again. Good luck for the rest of the season. I'll see you on Friday night.
All right.
All right, folks. We are going to go to an athletics timeout. First, though, get those cell phones ready. The vital need textbook question of the week, sponsored by Standard Bank. Answer correctly, $50, man. We get you a $50 gift card. Compliments of Standard Bank. All right. We come back. A lot of good stuff. Players of the week, coach of the week, all kinds of good stuff. Stay tuned.
Having surgery or dealing with some type of nagging pain that limits your function? Then get to Athletics. We offer treatment for all types of orthopedic injuries, work-related injuries, and sports injuries. Therapists with over 20 years of experience provide treatment that is efficient and effective. Our 2,000 square foot clinics offer state-of-the-art equipment from HydroTrack, Blankenship, and Biodex. If your doctor suggests physical therapy, then you suggest Athletics, where every patient is treated like a champion.
Are you interested in bringing the most effective form of advertising to your small business? Introducing A Vital Need Marketing, bringing your business text marketing. Your business, your offers can be in front of your customers at a moment's notice. The most powerful way to communicate with your customers is text messaging.
To discuss this new, affordable way to reach your customers, call 630-205-7351 or go to avitalneed.com.
Looking for a lunch you won't soon forget? Check out the new Beggar's Lunch Buffet. Of course you'll find the great thin crust, stuffed crust, and deep dish Beggar's pizza you love, but our buffet goes even further. We have soups, salads, Italian beef, Italian sausage, pasta, and chicken. And don't forget about Beggar's famous cookie pizza for dessert. For only $7.95, it's an incredible deal. From 11 until 2, Monday through Friday, this is a can't-miss lunch that has something for everyone. So get to a Beggar's near you today.
Hello, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. I'd like to thank HF football coach Craig Bazia for being our guest. Also got to give a shout out to Payson Wick, lineman at HF. Got to meet Payson last month along with his mother at our photo day for the Southtown Star. Be patient, be patient. Your day's coming in the pop quiz, Wednesday's pop quiz feature in the Southtown Star. Next couple of weeks, we'll get you in there, Payson. All right, folks. let's get rolling here. Vital Need text poll question of the week, sponsored by Standard Bank. Answer the question correctly, $50 gift card. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to randomly select now. We're going to have a computer just randomly select the winner. All right, no more text number 4, 5, 7, 8, 10. We're just going to have it randomly selected. Let the computer make the selection. So jump on in. All right, here's a question for this week. Which quarterback will pass for more yards Friday night? All right, text A for HF's Ron Johnson. Text B for Lincoln Way East Tom Fiesel. All right, then text Beto to 69302. When you get the prompt back, you send in A or B. All right, most yards passing Friday night between those two guys. Go to coachescornershow.com if you want to see the question again and the answer options. All right, $50 gift card from Standard Bank to the winner. All right, results from last week, sponsored by our good friends at Athletics. Tom Mulvey, our guy. All right, here we go. Oak Forest 48, Bremen 13 for Oak Forest. Matt Berry, 20 carries, 160 yards, 2 scores. Tyler Oosterbowski, 8 carries, 113 yards. Nick Sophia, 6 carries, 70 yards, 2 touchdowns for the Bengals, who are 3-0. For Bremen, Tyler Banovich, 10 of 25, 129 yards, couple scores. David Burrell had a 6-yard TD reception. Darius Tolbert-Jones had a 54-yard TD reception for the Braves, who fall to 2-1. Revis, 30, Argo, 20. For Argo, Deacon Jones, 24 carries, 92 yards. Brandon Wells had a 40-yard TD run. Diamante Mallory had a 20-yard TD reception for the Argonauts. For Revis, Kenny Castillo, 7 catches, 113 yards. And Jose Romero, 12 of 20, 179 yards, and 4 touchdown runs for the Rams, who are 3-0. Unbelievable. All right, HF 21, Lincoln Way Central 17 for HF. Ronnie Johnson, 11 of 21, 169 yards, 2 TDs. Patrick Sheehan, 6 catches, 89 yards, and a game-winning touchdown. For Lincoln Way Central, Cale Hayes, 9 of 19, 151 yards, and a score. Kevin Ward had a 69-yard TD reception for the Knights. Richards, 35, Evergreen Park, 0. I was at this game, man. Let me tell you, Richards, they lost to Morris 15-13 in week 2. They're not losing the rest of the season in the regular season. They will go 8-1. For Richards, Hassan Muhammad Rogers steps in for Tommy Mister at quarterback, goes 9 of 17, 149 yards, couple scores, added 79 yards rushing. Ramonte Hill had 8 carries, 101 yards, and a TD. And Brian Hediger, 4-yard TD run for the Bulldogs. Defense was unbelievable. Held Evergreen Park below 90 yards of total offense. Unbelievable. Jaquette McClendon, 9 carries, 22 yards for Evergreen Park. He's a stud. Maris, 24, Nazareth, 21 for Maris. Cillian Hannon, a game-winning 32-yard field goal for the Redhawks. Pete Andriotti, 28 carries, 146 yards, and a score. Ian Woodworth was 17 of 39 for 152 yards and a TD. Nick Wisher had a 14-yard TD reception for the undefeated and still number 1 Marist Redhawks. St. Rita 38, Fenwick 15 for St. Rita. Johnny Kelly, 13 of 27, 175 yards, 2 TDs. Julian Crum, 12-yard TD reception. Tom McCormick, a 10-yard TD reception. And Timmy Lombard, 45-yard punt return for a touchdown for St. Rita, who host Brother Rice Friday night. That'll be a good one. All right, folks, Labriola Bakery Cafe Golden Baguette Player of the Week. We're going to hook up Lamont quarterback Zach Brousseau. Completed 9 of 9 passes for 205 yards and 4 touchdowns to lead the undefeated Indians to a 40-0 romp of my alma mater, Eisenhower. Big game, $25 gift card goes to Zach, compliments of Labriola Bakery Cafe. Lamont has the Tinley Park, who was also 3-0 Friday night. The Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club Player of the Week, the Shepherd volleyball player Stephanie Corbacus. She registered 9 kills, 7 digs, and 3 blocks to lead the Astros to a 25-17, 25-23 win over Oak Forest. Lisa Thomas Salon will hook you up with a nice goodie bag filled with products and gift cards, all kinds of good stuff. So, in the Bona Pit Grill and Char House, Coach of the Week, Revis's Tim Zazada. Revis rallied from a 12-0 deficit to pull out a 30-20 win over Argo to improve to 3-0 for the first time since 2004. So Bona Pit Grill and Char House in Palos Heights, we're going to hook up Coach Zazada with a $25 gift card. Go and have some brisket, some ribs. Oh, man, the food is outstanding, folks. Check it out. All right, we are going to go to Labriola Bakery Cafe timeout. Speaking of good food, we return high and tight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a unique dining experience with incredible food? Then check out Labriola Bakery Cafe. Opened by Rich Labriola, Chicago's premier artisan baker, You know they'll have great bread, but you won't believe the rest of their menu. Wood-fired Neapolitan pizzas, fresh pasta, and their world-famous Richie Burger. There's also homemade gelato and, of course, their famous bread. Labriola Bakery Cafe and Neapolitan Pizzeria, conveniently located in the Oak Brook Promenade.
What teen doesn't want to be in style with the latest trends? What teen doesn't want the hottest cuts at an affordable price? It's time to get noticed with the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club, where girls get a cut in style for just $27 and guys get a cut in style for just $17. Get the right look for the right price at the Lisa Thomas Salon Teen Club. Your style, perfect style. Only at Lisa Thomas Salon.
Since 1970, Standard Bank & Trust has been a landmark at the corner of 95th and Western. Now there's a new, state-of-the-art Standard Bank at the same convenient location and better equipped to serve your needs. So stop by and meet our friendly, professional staff. They provide personalized service and a wide range of products to help both businesses and individuals reach their financial goals. In the Evergreen Park area and in communities all over Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana, we're your neighborhood bank. Learn more at standardbanks.com. Member FDIC.
Hello, welcome back to the Coach's Corner Show, brought to you by Beggar's Pizza. Okay, folks, high and tight time. You know what? Majority of our high schools do a nice job of accommodating us. Some obviously better than others. You know, sometimes inclement weather, parents are allowed to go into the press box. The heck with the press, trying to do their job. You know, you got the coaching staffs up there, scouting, cameras, you know, TV up there, you know. So we get pushed aside sometimes, but my major props to Evergreen Park High School. I covered the game against Richards Friday. You talk about hospitality, hooking me up in the press box, asking if I needed anything, kept it open a little bit later so I can get my story in. So very, very, very kind of the good people at Evergreen Park to hook me up like that. And you know what? Some of these other schools need to take notice of this. Hook up the press. You scratch our back, we scratch your back. All right? And one other thing. Timmy Disabato over at Revis, 3-0. I called it. I said when they hired him, this was the right hire. He's going to turn it around. And that's the importance of having a great coach, a committed coach, a go-getter, just like they have here at Craig Bazia at HF. Look what he's done in this program. And I'm telling you right now, folks, a little secret. Buzz was being a little bit, you know, he wasn't giving you the true Hollywood story on that freshman class. They are loaded. Size, strength, speed, skill. As long as these kids continue to work hard, develop, remain committed, they have a chance to do some special things over here when they become juniors and seniors. Okay, folks, have a great week. Get out to some games. See you next week.